in that 3 spot. And David Barlow, he's been injected in his 50th game for Melbourne United to try and bring some energy in the 4 spot. And of course, the double-double machine, Josh Boone, will shore things up in the fight.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing them hit the court. But Corey, you're a massive fan of the Taipan starting 5 as well.
True indeed, I am. And this starting 5 can play with the best of them in this league. You got Nana Igwu at the center, Michael Carrera, the Venezuelan machine, Stephen Wade. That front court is as good as anybody's in the league. And in the back court, they got Cam Glidden and Scoochie Smith from the Bronx, New York. You know, that is a legitimate 5.
And Cam Glidden has been leading them extremely well. Game 150 for
double-double machine so far this year. Hopefully everyone's got them loaded up in their NBL fantasy rosters. Here we go. Cairns control the tip.
Good crowd in, and we're expecting a close game between these two tonight. Cairns in some good form. Melbourne United hoping to find some form in this contest. They've got a double at home. Melbourne United back here again Saturday night. And they'll face the Adelaide 36ers. They need to get a cracking in the next hour. Castlewear for the alley-oop. Boone gets it to go in the end.
And what I like about that is that they look early to get Casper going off a high screen and roll. We're going to see that all night because there's no way Nana Igwu with his footwork can keep up with Casper Ware when he decides to turn that corner on that pick and roll.
And that's saying something. Nana Igwu, he's one of the better guys at defending those on-ball screens. Moves his feet pretty well laterally.
Glidden to set it up. Game 150 for Cairns, for Cam Glidden tonight. 6th season with the club. And Smith. Well, you talked about a little bit, Corey, how much you're in love with Scoochie Smith. And he has not let them down in any moment at all so far this season.
You know, early.
Back at you. Casper Ware.
And that's what I wanted to see. Casper Ware coming out confident, looking at his shots nice and early on.
And look at them head-to-head. That is what we're after. That's what the NBL world is after. 2 stars head-to-head. Let's see what they can do. Glidden back out of the corner. This is a big bomb as well. Couldn't get it to drop Carrera. And off Boone. They'll get it back, the Taipans.
Look, we got it. That's great hustle right there by Carrera,
Big Nana Igwu.
Big Nana. What we have to look out for in this game are all the marquee matchups that's on the court.
Glidden and Golding. What are those marquee matchups? 2 Aussie stars. Stephen Wade thinks about backing in on Barlow. Does so. Gets it up. Can't get it to drop. And Melbourne United ball.
And that's good defense. That's a tough try for Stephen Wade because Barlow's a machine.
Golding. Back to Ware. Back for 3. Not this time. And Glidden quickly back down the floor. Smith to the corner. Way. Igwu. Glidden. And the steal. Almost. Prather might take it to the hole. Foul.
No foul. They just called that out of bounds. Dean Bickerman's hands were up nice and early on that one as well.
Nice hip and shoulder. Here we go.
That's 2 steals, by the way, for Casey Prather. He's playing the perimeter really aggressive because he knows this game they have to get.
Has to shoot it, Golding. Crowd's back into it.
And Coach Aaron Bone won't be happy with that. Letting Chris Golding get such an open look early on in this one, finding his mojo.
He's the last person the Taipans need to get back in form, especially early in the game. Igwu to Carrera, steps back. No luck early. Boone, another defensive rebound. He put down 11 defensive rebounds against New Zealand in that game alone. Golding! He draws the foul. 3 free throws coming up for Goldfingers.
This is exactly the CG43 this league, let alone this club, needs to see. Just for him to come out aggressive. That's the CG43 we need. That's the CG43 United needs in order to get to the level they need to get to.
And that's something Dean Vickerman was preaching to this Melbourne United squad all week. Shoot the open shots. Be confident. You guys are a star-studded roster. You've got to let that thing fly.
The first one of the three was all net. He's 75% from the free throw line this season. His last game here, by the way, Chris Goulding, was his worst of all his 23 games here for United. 7 points against New Zealand.
I've got a little something to say about the criticism that Chris Goulding's been copping. He had appendicitis, so he had his appendicitis out. He was back on the court 12 days after that. He's still not lifting weights. I mean, the comeback he's shown is pretty incredible.
Oh, and he might finish it off here. Oh, smacked away by Carrera.
Oh, my goodness.
Scoochie down the other end. Takes on Ware. Flicks it back out. Carrera at both ends.
I want to tell Australia about Michael Carrera if you don't know. This man is Venezuelan, comes from basketball in his family and his blood. He's played on the national team for Venezuela, went to the University of South Carolina. He is a flat-out baller.
Jason Fraser floats it in nicely as well. We've got quality at both ends here. Scoochie Smith. Here's Carrera, the man that Corey Homicide Williams was telling you about. The Venezuelan volcano, as some like to call him, off the glass, and that drops.
This is a matchup that's going to go for 40 minutes. They both are big-time players, and they're not taking the brakes off this pedal.
Scoochie for three. Barlow the rebound.
They will both attack each other for all 4 quarters.
Intensity way up at the moment. Goulding. Boone. Where Prater free. Not his forte, the three ball.
And that's all right, because that was just great basketball movement.
Carrera backs his way on Goulding. Look at the strength. Oh, he floated him away like a fly.
I'm telling you, I played in the Venezuelan league. These are some tough players. They are some of the toughest basketball players in the world.
Goulding's a little winded.
Well, so he should be. He copped an absolute shoulder right to the sternum.
Next one will be a technical.
Listen, that's a grown man he was defending. And that's what happens.
Look, here's the swat again. Whap, right off the glass. I was talking to Coach Aaron Fern about Carrera. He said that he actually learnt the game from his dad. His dad played in the Venezuelan league as well. And one of the things that he taught Carrera was that don't be apologetic on the floor. Everyone's your enemy out there. You don't need to say sorry.
Boone. He has the limit as well. Averaging 11 rebounds a game at the moment. Oh, the turnover maybe. Goulding steals. He's got Casper for him. Gives it to Casper with the look away. And the reverse. Off the glass. There's some chemistry between them finally.
Exactly. This is how Melbourne United needs them all to play. On a level like this, you can feel the intensity in the building.
Glidden, not this time. Casper to Prater. Carrera used his muscle. There's like a brick wall in front of him. You weren't getting past him. He takes the Euro step, draws the foul, and will go to the line.
You've just got to love the way that Carrera goes about his basketball. He is 100% effort all of the time. Great work getting back in transition and taking that one. Here's the Casper Ware finish. Chris Goulding, just a little bit of extra sauce on that one as well. Turned away.
Yeah, that was a great pass and great finish. And that's what you need, that chemistry going. As Goulding sits down, great effort and way to start off the first quarter for the United.
Michael Carrera at the other end. All net first. Had 20 shots for 19 points in 22 minutes last game against Adelaide.
And I think Coach Aaron Fern, he'll be a bit concerned about how easily Melbourne United are scoring at the moment. The Taipans, they've struggled in first quarters so far this season. I don't think he'll be happy with 16 points already for United.
Kyle Adnam on the court now. Casper Ware with the ball. Adnam, Ware, Prater. The look away. Wesley on the floor. Tried to get it to float in. Again, Boone off the glass. Not this time. Way with the rebound to Glidden.
Good run by Nana Egwood.
Oh, he spent that before it earned it. Prater. Boone. Oh, Boone. Flipped away. some boys puffing and panting out there.
Watch out, John! Watch out, John!
Glidden. Way steps inside. Ty Wesley with the rebound. Two freshmen on the court for United. Atnam and Wesley. Boom. Ware from way outside. Never in doubt.
I'm sure on his end, there's been a lot of scrutiny with this team, how he performed, how, Golden's performed. And, as an import player, there's a lot of pressure on you to come out here and play. So, he's doing just that, playing.
Well, his last three first halves, Casper Ware, 2 points against Perth, a duck egg against New Zealand, and a duck egg against Brisbane.
Well, that is the thing about Casper, though. Although he hasn't been scoring himself, he has been serving it up for his teammates. He averaged almost 6 assists in each of those games, shooting it pretty well from 3, 40%. And Dean Vickham has been praising the defense he's been playing up the floor as well. So he's doing other things out there.
And he leads all scorers for United right now with 8 points. Wade drops it in. Great crowd for a Thursday night here at Hisense Arena in Melbourne. Hungry Jacks NBL round 5. Thriller earlier on. And Anderson, big time three for Dave Anderson.
What a way to get his 50th NBL game going, big David Anderson.
19 years after his first NBL game for the Hawks, he chalks up game 50 tonight. Way for three. No way.
And it's just too free-flowing at the moment. This is not Taipan's basketball. They are the lowest scoring team in the NBL. They've got to find a way to slow this thing up.
Casper Ware. Anderson, well, he just fired one from there and it landed. Little floater from Casper Ware. Gets his own rebound. Prather, he had a sighter from there earlier. Wasn't going to miss 2 in a row from the same spot.
Casey Prather knows that the matchup, he has to win it. And outside of that, he has to be the force.
Weeks on the court now. Big rebound, Casey Prather. Up over the basket to rip that one down.
Oh, no.
Same spot, different result. They are puffing and panting right now, a couple of these guys. Volumes in up near 11 from the outset. Way with the fadeaway. And Batjack picks up a big rebound there.
Well, you called it, Dwayne, and I think that's the pace. Melbourne United are really pushing this thing. There is no let-up. It's Prather.
And one.
Casey Prather just doing what he does. Putting pressure on the defense and scoring at will. He knows this is not a game they can't afford to lose. And he's showing how he's coming out here with this beautiful Euro step and one finish over equal. Man on a mission tonight, D-Russ.
Hasn't it been as if they haven't been trying hard enough? It's just been that they haven't had the chemistry all firing for everyone. It's been firing for Prather. He gets the 3-point play to work. It's good to see Ware and Golding combining nicely. So Prather has a rest. Golding's back on the floor. Casper Ware having a rest. Josh Boone having a rest. Moller gets a run. Craig Moller, the ex-Fremantle AFL player under Ross Lyon, ex-Sydney Kings. Weeks. Higher. Rims out his first shot of the night. Madger pulling down some quality rebounds at the moment as well. Adnam. Anderson. Moller gave it up to Golding. Seniority.
Welcome back, Chris Golding. Looking good so far in the first quarter.
United drop back to a 2-3 zone here, trying to mix things up.
Higher, back out, late in the shot clock, and Mitch McCarron gets a huge bucket there. They needed that. Adnam pulled himself then. Higher. Moller on his face. Draw the foul. And one.
That was a great finish in transition. That's how you use your body to get balance and get your shot off still.
And Damon High is so good at that. He was doing that in the Queensland Basketball League all off-season. So good at running that break, taking the contact, and then coming up with a strong finish. This has been a good little finish to this quarter by the Taipans. This thing could have got a little bit blown out going into quarter time, but they managed to just peg it back slightly.
2 for 1 on offer here for United if they want it to end the quarter. Adnam and Golding share the rock. Moller. Shot clock winding down. Adnam didn't want to take the shot. Still doesn't want to take the shot. Anderson, it's only for 2. Long range 2. And the Taipans will have it with 13.8 seconds left.
That's a good defensive possession by Cairns Taipans. What I felt that they're missing so far in this quarter is that they're not dictating the tempo of this game. They keep playing like this, they're going to get ran out the gym because this is not their style of play.
And I think that's why we saw them drop back to that zone right there. And they're trying to force Melbourne at least to get through some offense rather than just live and die in transition.
Shot clock down to 3. High's going to have to go himself. And they get the defensive stop at the other end of United. High fucking for a Thursday night. You expect it to be full on a Friday and a Saturday, but this is a really good sign.
Yeah, it really is. You could tell from that first bucket when Chris Golding started proceedings off, everyone was up and about.
Melbourne United coming off 3 losses in a row, if you're unaware. And speaking of where, Castro from the corner. Magic. Moller can drop a 3-bomb. Doesn't this time. Egg with a rebound. McCarron thought about it, pulls it back out. Weeks, Loughton, higher. Eggwood, good finish to the first quarter for Cairns. Loughton. Anderson with him. Gave it up to Weeks. 2 on the shot clock. Had to put it out. And Loughton pulls it out.
That was great ball movement and poise by Cairns to get a good shot. They got the ball through hands 2 sets. 2 sets, 2 times apiece. Each player touched the ball before they got a shot. Got the old board and got a chance to get another opportunity to score. And that's the way Cairns want to play.
Absolutely. That's what an Aaron Fern basketball team wants to do. They want to get it through both sides of the floor, a lot of hands before getting a shot up.
Under the basket, that was a nice delivery to Loughton.
And that's the only way Cairns is going to be able to dictate the style of play of this game when they play Cairns type of basketball.
Golding. Got a little bit of the old magic back. Back to Golding. No, I spoke too soon.
There is a little pep in his step, though. He's got that little bit of a swagger, a little bit of a bounce in his step right now.
I'd suggest with the look-away pass, though, occasionally he looks to see where Moller is.
2 hands for beginners. I think that's what my coach used to tell me, at least.
All 4 games between these 2 teams last season decided by less than 8 points. They play close games, these 2. Eggwood drops it in the hole. Yes, 7 points, 5 points, 1 point, and 7 points. Their 4 encounters last year. It's always a good matchup. Casper Ware. Magic. Oh, slammed away. And slammed off the rim. 2 attempts, hurt himself, Magic, as well.
He has. I think Egwu might have just caught him with a finger in the eye. And big Majuk's in trouble. Here it is again. First, the great challenge by Egwu, getting upstairs to send it away. And I love Majuk straight back up to the rim. Couldn't quite finish it. I'm not really sure what caught him. Didn't look like Nana caught him with his hand.
It didn't look like it, but I think he did catch him. Probably with his nail on the fingertip. That's rubbing his eye.
There's some long nails, mate.
Super long nails. Gotta go take him, go get a manicure.
Majok will have to sit down. Born in Rombek, South Sudan, but raised in Perth and Australia's AIS system. for Ware. Casey Prather. It's away from McCarron. Weeks for the rebound.
And that's a good job by Weeks, just slowing it down, making sure Taipans now get through their sets. Like Corey was just saying, they've really got to take their time on this end of the floor.
Higher. It was not getting past Josh Boone. Golding. Oh, quickly down the floor. He took out Weeks. Not happy about it, but Weeks will get his breath back and be happy that he drew the foul on Golding.
Here's another look at that Majuk, and of course it was Mitch McCarron just reaching in before he went up. Caught him right in the eye.
Weeks. Egwu. Big stop at one end. Oh, flicked away by Prather. Behind the back. Takes on McCarron. And we'll go to the line for two.
Great defense by Casey Prather. He's come to play on both ends of the court. Again, I said it earlier. As the leader of this team, he knows he has to set the tone. Team hasn't been playing well. Last 3 games, they took an L. It's up to him, and you can see with his play today, this fall, in this early game, he means business.
And what I love about it is he's doing it on the defensive end. He's doing such a good job of getting in the lanes and coming away with those steals, which is leading to these fast breaks. That's when Chris Gold and Casper Ware start to get going. The gym gets loud. That's when Melbourne United are at their best.
United only 8 free throw attempts in their loss to Brisbane last game. They have been more aggressive tonight. Prather, 87% from the free throw line. Not the kind of guy you want to put to the line.
Not at all. You can see he's focused. I just love his intensity. And it starts with, on any team in any league, whatever you're doing, it starts with your leader. If your leader brings it, you have no choice but to match his energy.
Is Casey Prather the leader of Melbourne United? Has he put his foot on that?
Yes, he is. He's a winner, he's a champion, and it has to start with him.
McCarron tried to shake and bake. Didn't quite work. Weeks. 3 on the shot clock. Way. 2 on the shot clock. Beautiful.
That's just a good shot. That's a good find under duress by the Cairns Taipan. And fortunately for Stephen Way, wide open, he hit it.
And just like that, we've got a 3-point ball game.
Floater by Casper Ware. Pushes it back out the thigh. Loughton. Foul on Prather, I think.
23, 2, 3.
Casey Prather called for that foul.
And that was a good foul because that would have been a dunk like he just finished.
I think they realise that the soccer's really boring across the street, so we've probably got half their crowd rolling in.
That'll get back.
There's not enough room. We're going to have to put up the sold-out sign, I think.
Loughton, 2 Weeks. They'll be making noise from the outset, the crowd as well. Weeks for 3. Anderson the rebound. Poked away, still a United ball.
Here we go.
Casper Ware. So Weeks with him at the moment. It hasn't been Scoochie Smith. And is he hurt? Josh Boone is getting up slowly. Stolen back by Ware. Boone's under the bucket. He takes it alone. Off the glass. Wanted the foul. Didn't get it. Nearly knocked our cameraman over.
There's no blood, no foul out here at Hisense Arena. Where's Carrera? Get that man.
We're back in the Bronx, Corey.
We are back in the Bronx with that type of basketball.
Speaking of which, where's your man, Scoochie Smith? He's been sitting a bit too long.
Coach keeping him ready till later.
No, I like what Coach Aaron Fearn's done. These are the boys that brought him back.
Here he comes. Named after his grandfather, Scoochie.
Scoochie Senior.
And he's from, well, no need to tell you, from the Bronx in New York. He's from your neck of the woods, Corey, from Edenwald Houses Projects in the Bronx, which you know well.
He's from Edenwald. Yeah, he's from uptown in the Bronx. Real rough area, real rough housing projects. And that wouldn't be a place I would be at nighttime.
Are you from New York, Corey?
I'm from the Bronx, you know it.
Oh, wow. McCarron drops it in. Speaking of which, I was reading a bit about him during the week. His grandmother has the highest level of authority in that whole area. She was a school crossing guard.
And that means everybody in the neighborhood knew her. So she was safe.
Look out.
Off the rim. And he threw the foul, did he? No.
0. Push. This way.
Just for a second, Golding thought he had the foul. But second personal foul on Barlow.
What I love about Golden's game so far today is he's come out aggressive, whether he made a turnover, whether he made a good pass, whether he missed a shot or he made a shot. He's coming out aggressive, and that's the way he has to play.
McCarron. High, waited, tried to pull a foul and didn't drop the three. And Melbourne United get the stop.
What I'm loving about Melbourne United's defense, it's obviously a directive from Dean Vickerman to get up in the lanes, because whenever there is a back cut on a Casey Prather overplay, there's help behind him. There's someone sitting there waiting to catch that cutter.
Grabbed his shirt.
13. Hold.
Foul on Stephen Way.
I know it's accidental, but I can't remember how it.
Ladbrokes NBL fantasy points on your screen, and I have a couple of men alongside of me whose teams aren't doing so well, so we might just keep that to ourselves.
I was going to say, if those guys are scoring well, I can't own any of them.
Oh, Casper Ware from the car park.
The thing that I love about Coach Vickerman is that he's coached the Kurt Pennies of the world, the Tom Abercrombies, C.J. Bruton. These guys.
Oh, there's that charge. Golding drew it this time on Carrera. They've got form. Carrera nearly pushed his heart through the back of his chest earlier on tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think this was the opposite. Goulding knew that he was about to get another one in the chest, and he just went back with it. Just took it and took the charge.
Bit of royalty here as well. Former Australian captain Michael Clark. We might try and have a word to him at half-time. We might see if we can have a chat to Tommy Greer during the half-time break. Courtside, as you'd expect.
But back to what I was saying about Coach Vickerman.
Bit of love for Peter Siddle, by the way, as well. Go on, Corey. I know you're not interested in cricket, Corey. That's fair enough.
No,
There's not a lot of cricket played in the Bronx.
Talking to two guys who have no idea.
One, I'm Jamaican, and we play cricket. And two, I'm going to Anzac Day.
Nice work.
But back to Coach Vickerman.
You'll get there eventually, mate.
That'll be Boxing Day you're talking about. That's
Boxing
okay.
Day. Yeah, I'll get it right. I just got back, baby. I just got back.
It's okay.
2, 3.
Had them in the corner. Oh, and the foul.
Hey, Corey, what about Coach Vickerman? Tell us about Coach Vickerman.
Back to Coach Vickerman. He's played with players that go with stints where they don't have bad games, but they're high-volume scorers and shooters. So he's going to give you the green light. So at some point, Golden is going to get off. Ware is going to get off. And like you said, keep shooting. That's why you're here. Okay, I'm done.
You got it out, finally?
Got it out. I do have somewhere I can take you Anzac Day, by the way, if you really want to head to the G again. Ware holds it up. Adnam, 40-32. Been a fantastic contest from the get-go. Casper, 2 on the shot clock. Drives and doesn't drop it. It draws the foul.
And look how good Casper Ware is feeling. He's thinking about pulling up from the Chemist Warehouse sign before he puts on the little dribble move and gets into the lane straight by Glidden.
Look, he's having a good game so far. And, he's answering the critics. But more importantly, I know he wants to get back in my top 5 point guards.
Oh, first one rims out from Casper Ware, and he's 90% from the free throw line, so that's a rare miss. There's his heart rate.
Hey, if he misses another one, we get free cheeseburgers.
No, I don't only of Cairns. By the way, Hungry Jack's doing that. If 2 free throws from Cairns both miss, then everybody in the house gets a free cheeseburger, which is nice from Hungry Jack's. Makes you want to come to the game with a vegetarian just so you can get theirs as well. Egwood. Rims out. Manchel. Couldn't pull the rebound down. Back out to Carrera. Fake. Couldn't get at him in the air. Glidden. Oh, he pulled back. Lost it. Got it back. And it was never a chance.
And look, similar to what we've been talking about Casper Ware and Chris Goulding, Cam Glidden is one of those guys for the Taipans. He really needs to start being a lot more aggressive for this Taipans roster. When he has 20 points in a game, they are 8-0. They do not lose when he scores over 20.
0 for 2 is not doing it.
They lost it, United. Casper Ware not happy. Timeout called.
Grief about my fantasy basketball team, but I've got Casper Ware in there, and I'm pretty sure he's my captain, so I'm going to come back.
Carrera nearly lost it. Ran into a roadblock and drew the foul. Both United players were stationary. He ran into both of them, and it worked for him. Oh, maybe a little bit of movement.
No, I like that call. He got right in between them. Neither of those two boys were in position.
They tried to shut the lift doors on him.
They did.
Didn't quite work. Carrera. Heard him caught a few names. The Venezuelan volcano. Somebody called him Crazy Eyes earlier, didn't they?
They did. And here we go. We have some Hungry Jack's cheeseburgers on the line. Michael Carrera. Corey, are you hungry, Matt?
I'm super hungry. I want mine with no pickles, no mustard.
We're eating.
Oh, my goodness. Getting the crowd involved. Everybody at the drive-thru on the way home tonight.
All you got to do, head into a participating Hungry Jack's, show your ticket, and eat for free.
You'd reckon the 5,000 here have never eaten before.
I know, I'm pretty excited.
Absolutely. It's the little things. It's the show within the show here at Hisense Arena, and every NBL game that continues to put on a great pre-game, great halftime. And the periphery, that's probably why Michael Clark, the former Australian captain, decided to come along. Test cricket can get a little boring and slow at times.
Oh, absolutely. No way. 2 hours in and out, action-packed, free cheeseburgers. Can't lose.
They'd be allowed to have one now too. McCarron. Back to Glidden. 43-32.
Great pressure by United here.
Way. Glidden to set it all up. Their captain to set it up. Way. Corner. Scoochie passed up the opportunity to have a crack at it. Shot clock down to 2. Glidden for a way outside.
Great defense by Melbourne United. What they've done on the defensive end this half has been the key for that lead that they have.
I really agree with that. I think that's where their offense has come from.
Have them with the runner.
Little Skittles in the lane. Takes the rainbow cop.
Lead out to 13. Scoochie, what have you got? A turnover, that's what he's got. Oh, almost. Casey Prather got it tied up between his legs. Adnam takes it to the hole. Slapped away Egwu. Get it out of here.
That is Casey Prather's fourth steal.
Away. Had a big finish to the first quarter, Cairns. Need a big finish to this one. He backs in on Tyne Wesley. Gets himself some room. Rejected. Back to Way. Following the shot clock. Adnam almost a steal. Goulding's got it back now. Uh-oh. Shebang!
Chris Goulding is back, baby. CG43 is back.
Look at that swagger.
That's what we came to see. This is why they...
Nothing, so he's still settling in.
Yeah, you know, this guy, like I said, you know, you can tell already he has a chip on his shoulder because that's how he plays. That's how he carries himself. So, you know, he'll be fine. That's just the grittiness of Venezuela. He'll be fine.
Scoochie Smith. Out to Glidden, draws a foul from Adnam. And he'll go to the line as well. 48-32. They need a little bit of settling influence from Cam Glidden, their captain in game 150 tonight. to give them some momentum heading into half-time. A little bit of confidence back. Drops the first. Otherwise, 100% from the free throw line this season. Cam Glidden, 13 of 13. So we don't expect him to miss and give out more burgers. 2 for 1 on offer again here for United if they want it to finish the half. Adnam. Casper. Adnam. Golding's in the corner. Back to Ware. Had to reach for it. Adnam for 3. Wesley the rebound. Stepped on the line. So the Taipans with 29.6 seconds left will have the ball, but United should get it back.
Can Cairns run up efficient and effective offense and get a basket right now? Because they are bleeding points.
I just need a quality shot, really. Pulling the shot clock down. Single figures. Scoochie Smith pulls it back out. Gets the screen. Gets himself inside. And it drops. So 4 seconds left for United to get it back down the floor.
Go ahead and check the clock on the run on that. Delay game.
So delay of game.
We just check the clock.
Seconds back on the clock. 4 point something there will be left.
When it happened.
Stevie, here.
2.8.
What do you do with 4 seconds here, Corey? Who do you give it to?
Whoever's open, and just let them create, because right now there's not really much you can do. You're up. You just want to get a good shot off going into the half.
Do you know who your best shooter is from half court or not?
Well, on this team, they were all good shooters. Just don't give it to Majuk if he's not in the paint.
All right. The big long one to Majuk, maybe if he's free. All right, let's see how Dean Bickerman draws it up here. Still working out how many seconds left.
3.5.
3.5, so it's less than 4. Well, who will they give it to put up the prayer? Adnam and Aware both calling for it. Adnam takes it to halfway, behind his back, down to 1, gets it off. That didn't look like it was how they drew it up. 48 to 36. Taipans will be pretty happy there, getting the stop at least. 48-36. Problem, Aaron Fern said.
I love that from Aaron Fern. Just out there nice and early on in the season, just throwing jabs at the major market teams.
See if his team can throw a couple of jabs early in the second half. Scoochie Smith to Carrera. The two imports together again to start the second half. Double team. Carrera in the corner to line it up again. Big rebound though, Cam Glidden. Good effort to steal a defensive rebound away from Josh Boone. Back to Way. Back to Carrera. 4 on the shot clock. Takes into the paint. Draws the foul. Will go to the line. Little Michael Carrera, where he's 75%.
And that's how you want to start off the second half, as Carrera. He started off hot in the game, then he cooled off. But now he went right at the hottest player on the court right now, Casey Fraser.
Yeah, you said it, Corey. He does such a good job. There wasn't much space there, not a big opening, but he uses his body so well. Really gets into Casey Prather. You know, a lot of potential to draw a foul there, put him in foul trouble early in this half.
Will he miss both again? Got a lucky rattle down. Barlow. As for Ware. Back to Barlow. Golding. Automatic catch and shoot. Missed it. Glidden. Egwu. Carrera. Takes it himself. Sure he wanted to put the shot up initially. And it drops. So a little bit of luck the Cairns Taipans way early in this second half. Boone under the bucket. Easy as you like.
Yeah, you can't give up a basket like that, especially to a team that's just high-powered offensively. You got to play defense.
Scoochie Smith. Stephen Way. Glidden. Passed up the opportunity. Back to Scoochie Smith. Shot clock at 2. Has to put it up. Strip. They lose it. Prather. Oh, he liked the way the seas parted for him. He stepped between the two, but it was stripped.
Both of those guys are such good penetrators. They kind of mimic each other's moves when they go to the basket. And, you know, he knew that move was happening. That's why he was able to get a hand on the ball.
Chris Golding, Casper Ware.
Can Cairns get a stop on defense?
Casper takes it inside. Three in his face. Rejected. And they get that stop. Carrera. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Glidden for 3. And he drops a big bomb there. They are back in it all of a sudden. 42-50. And I could not win the title last Christmas, and then they won it.
Yeah, I don't know how I keep doing this, but I didn't have New Zealand in my top 4 either. You just automatically got to put Perth and New Zealand in there.
Golding. Well, most people had Melbourne United making the playoffs. Casper Ware for 3. All net.
That was a huge 3. Not because the score is that close. It was because of the closeout of Mike Carrera, and he still hit that shot.
The crowd enjoying it all of a sudden after seeing Melbourne United lose their last 3 games, not all of them at home. They didn't like what they saw back here last game against New Zealand as Boone pulls the foul and Glidden, in fact, Way will go to the line.
We spoke about it early on in the first half, but Melbourne United's defense is much more aggressive than we've seen it all year. We're seeing a lot more trapping on the wings. And Scoochie Smith, he's starting to get frustrated with Casper Ware. We're seeing them off the ball, a little bit of sort of niggly stuff starting to occur.
Not only Casper Ware is an outstanding offensive player who's coming out of a drought, he's a great defender, on ball and off ball.
What do you make of a West Coast guy being tougher than an East Coast guy at the moment?
Well, you know, it is what it is. You know, look, you got to play the game. I don't care where you from. You got to play the game.
Smith out to Glidden.
There we go.
Another big 3. Single-handedly putting the back in the game in this third. Their captain, Cam Glidden, in game 150. Casper Ware, Scoochie in his face. Out to Prather. Takes it alone. Rejected. Hard foul, Egwu.
And that was a good foul because he was going upstairs with that one, D-Russ.
And how good has Egwu been at protecting the rim? I know he fouled on that occasion, but he's got the 3 blocks already, and he's been doing a really good job of, you know, contesting those Melbourne United penetrations.
Great closeout by Carrera a while ago, as you saw in the replay, but even better focus and finish on that 3-point shot.
Golding 11 points. Prather 11 points. Casper Ware 19 points for Melbourne United. Carrera a dozen leads the scorers for the Cairns Taipans, and no Taipan has scored 20 or more in a game this season. Someone is going to need to do it tonight for them to win this. Glidden. Carrera. Back to Glidden. Way. Shot clock at 2.
Oh, it's going to be bully ball.
And got the shot up just in time. Split second left. And the skyhook dropped. Off the foot, got it back. On for the highlights reel. Is that a set move?
I think it's from a Homicide and One video. I think I saw that one.
Casey Prather doesn't normally, and doesn't this time. Scoochie Smith. Casper Ware nearly shook him out of his shoes. Didn't put the shot up. Out to Carrera. Double grab. Got it back. And that rims out. Not working for Carrera. Prather at the other end. Brings the house down with a jam.
That was a great outlet pass for a dunk, but Cairns cannot allow that to happen. So a couple of times, Melbourne United was able to get easy baskets. You can't allow that.
offensive foul there. And Scoochie Smith is not enjoying his time in Melbourne. He might find Melbourne a little tougher than Harlem, the way this is transpiring.
And there's the leak out again. That was Carrera. He was too hung up in that last possession. Should have been getting back on defense. Allowed Casey Prather the easy throwdown.
Still a 10-point game for all Melbourne United's dominance. Prather, foul off the ball. No, it will not count. Waved off. Foul on Golding.
And look, the refs have been all over this. They seem to have been calling it pretty consistently. If you're going to run through your man like that, they're going to call you for it.
Big 5 minutes coming up here to three-quarter time.
One thing I want to say about Melbourne United and why they're looking so... Okay. Yeah, that for sure is an offensive foul. He left his feet. Rule number 1, when you're passing the basketball, don't jump in the air to make a pass.
Glidden's been directing traffic nicely in this third. McCarron. Carrera. Glidden. Way for 3. Barlow pulls down the big rebound.
That was a good switch up defensively. That's a zone matchup. And that was a, okay, missed shot going down.
Glidden. Loughton for 3. Air ball. Quickly down the other end, Casey Prather to make them pay for the rash shot. Kyle Adnam trying to get Glidden in the air. Out to Casper Ware. Pokes it back out to Barlow. Suddenly both teams are finding it tough. McCarron. Carrera. Okay. Back in the contest, the Taipans.
Someone had to put an end to that. That was some ugly basketball for the last 3 or 4 possessions. Michael Carrera coming out with a big-time 3.
Prather rejected. Boone. Right spot, right time.
I think the Cairns Taipans need to still slow down with how they're playing, because you're playing into Melbourne United style of play. That's not how you want to play this game. That's not going to give you a chance to win the game.
Way big arc on that. And Barlow's playing some good minutes.
I'm not sure I agree with that. I reckon the pace of this game at the moment sort of favouring the Taipans. Even though they're not getting it done offensively, they just need to put the ball in the basket a few more times. But I think the actual pace of the game is a lot better than we're seeing in that first quarter.
I think the Mayor of Frankston's got a tougher task than Dave Anderson has here on this floor tonight.
And this is an interesting battle here for United. They've lost their last 3 third quarters, and they're losing this one currently. Dean Vickerman addressed that with the media during the week. He'll be looking for a bit of a spark from the boys.
Foul called for the nudge from Craig Moller. 50-59. Cairns Taipans hanging in there. Melbourne United can't bank this one just yet. And they're coming off 3 losses in a row. They can just get it within 5 or 6. Could have been a scare through them, but they get the turnover.
Melbourne United, great defense in the full court, great defense in the half court, and great defense out of bounds. Defense is getting it done right now for United.
That's for Ware. Ty Wesley to Madjuk, who found it, slapped away. Big rejection there from McCarron. And Moller. Huge rebound. Hang on. Put his foot on the line. It's waved off.
And look, that will really hurt. This is something Melbourne United has been great at all season, although they haven't been coming away with wins. But they do a good job on the offensive glass and just earning extra possessions.
In fact, he's pointing not to his foot and the line. He's pointing to the lace that's come undone. Michael Carrera getting some clarification. It's still a United ball. 14 on the shot clock. Moller from the side. Casper Ware calling the shots. Moller pulls up in the paint. Rims out. McCarron, well, his own man knocked it away from him. Not on the same page. McCarron and Carrera. Ware, Adnam. Oh, ran into a brick wall. And draws the foul. Got him in the face as well.
On that last set, they got about 4 possessions. Cairns got to do a better job boxing out and getting a rebound.
There's that take again. Good take by Kyle Adnam. Big Alex Loughton just leaning over the top with that right arm.
Kyle Adnam getting a little elbow massage on his jaw on the way down. 90% from the free throw line, Kyle Adnam. They love him here in Melbourne. Born in Melbourne, ex-Adelaide, ex-Hawks. Skittle side in the Seaval. Play some quality minutes. And what about that for a strip on Weeks? Goes himself and drops the 2. Wanted the foul. The refs didn't quite feel equal of the occasion there and give him the extra, but the crowd loved it anyway. Weeks to away. And it's back out for 13. Carrera backs his way in on Moller. And Wesley flicks it away. Moller. Wesley. And they get another chance. Carrera dropped and he draws the offensive foul.
And he's been rewarded for it. He definitely went down easy on that one. Ty Wesley having a little bit of a laugh. Here's the Adnam steal. Just took those cookies right from Agent 97. A tough finish.
You know, a lot of times basketball players who apply pressure defensively don't like that pressure applied on them. And that's the case with the Cairns Taipans. They play up in you, but they have yet to show this game they can handle being pressured, the guards.
Way for 3. Moller pulls down a rebound. He's giving them some quality minutes as well. Craig Moller.
Moller has done a fantastic job just lifting the energy of Melbourne United. He's come away with 2 or 3 offensive boards, cleaned up that defensive one right then.
A couple of basketballers on Melbourne United's roster with some AFL history. Craig Moller picked 46 in the 2013 AFL rookie draft. Only played the 1 AFL game, but doesn't sound much. Still one more than most people have played. And of course Peter Hurley, part of the famous Adelaide sporting family, the Aishes. Late mum Sue, a state netballer and the sister of Michael and Andrew Aish. Hasn't got any minutes yet tonight, Peter Hurley. Chris Golding to Adnam. Moller. Golding for 3. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he's back. Great to see him knock it down. Great to see him in form.
This margin getting a little dangerous now for the Taipans. Carrera drops Moller on his backside. Offensive foul. And he's not happy. The Venezuelan volcano is about to blow.
And so he should. I want to see this one again. Let's load up the replay. He definitely drops the shoulder right into the hip of Craig Moller.
Yeah, that's offensive foul.
That's what you used to do to Corey. I used to always try and defend you like that.
I would aim for your shoulders. He went right through his chest.
He did, right through him.
Aaron Fern is letting the volcano cool down. 1 minute left in what's been Melbourne United's 3rd term. In the end, even though the Taipans looked good early and a Golding for 3. Oh my goodness!
How about the cheeky smile from Chris Golding? He knows he's starting to feel it now.
That's the Golding we want to see. Everything we want to see with CG43 is here right now. The swag, the shot, the smile, the bounce. That's the CG43 we want to see.
You got to give it to him. It's entertaining.
Last game here is worst of every game he's ever played here for United. 7 points against New Zealand only. And tonight he has come back big time.
Well, Shane the Hammer Heel called me out about my fantasy team on Twitter. I don't actually have Casper Ware as my captain, but I'm pretty sure he's out there. And I'm pretty sure I got Chris Golding as well, but I'll wait for Hammer to check that one for me.
Weeks. 34 seconds left in the third. Adnam, speaking of quality minutes. Golding, he's not going to, is he?
No, do it.
That would have been downright nasty. So the last say of the quarter should be the Taipans. Glidden. Shot clock turned off. Glidden and Golding, good matchup. Golding. Glidden. Single figure, 7 left. Takes it inside, double team. Weeks with 4 on the shot clock. Golding's going to put up the prayer. It looks okay in the air. Oh, hit the edge of the rim. 4,500 people sucked the air out of this joint. Final quarter underway here at Hisense Arena. Fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around the planet. Kyle Adnam early in the fourth puts the shot over. Madjuk, big rebound, 4 in his face, flicked away. Golding. Moller, 6 on the shot clock. Madjuk, back to Moller. Needs some clock awareness here. 1 left. No talk between them. Cairns get an early stop, and they'll need plenty of those.
We spoke about it earlier in the broadcast. That was another offensive rebound to Melbourne United. That counts now out 29-19 in Melbourne's favour. Absolutely dominating the last.
Weeks, Egwu, Glidden. McCarron. Lost it. Egwu mopped up his mess. Loughton. Big rebound, Egwu under the bucket. Keeps them alive.
They need a whole lot of stops on the other end to get back into this game.
And United resting a couple of their stars as well. Anderson. High advantage on McCarron. Adnam. 5 on the shot clock. Madjuk with the hook. And they get the stop. Taipan's ball.
That's 2 stops. It's good. It's important to see if Cairns can string a few together and get a few buckets on the other end to really make this more of a closer game.
Come on now.
And the Cairns Taipans are good at that. They're good at slowly working their way back into games, sneaking up on you in that fourth quarter.
Taipan starting this fourth quarter without your man Scoochie. Travel. Turnover. Madjuk.
Hey, you've got the ball in your hand.
And look, that was a little unlucky for Agent 97. Just good hands by Madjuk. Madjuk tying him up with this one. Just pinned it to his hand, forcing the travel.
It's just great defense. You know, Madjuk is very active with his hands, offensively and defensively. And as a result, they got the turnover.
Ware, Casey Prather back out there and freshened up a little. Ware into the paint with the floater on the run. Doing it all now.
Look, he's really starting to make it look very, very easy, just finding his way into the paint with a little almost open floater.
Loughton at the other end, never a chance, and tunneled a little by Egwu there, Casey Prather. Got under him.
You know, one of the biggest things that I looked at for this game for a key was Scoochie was supposed to step up and try and outplay Casper. And Casper did the total opposite. He must have got wind of one of the key plays.
Well, you called it out. You called out the small forwards as well, and I think Casey Prather's clearly won that battle against Carrera as well.
Well, the two imports you're talking about are both on the bench now, so they're going to get back into it. They're going to have to do it without their two big guns. Casper Ware trying to make it a little tougher. Weeks. Loughton, McCarron to Glidden. Loughton sees it rim out. Weeks, huge rebound. Gives him a second chance. McCarron tried to go behind his back. Got a tag group. Almost got himself in the air. Anderson the rebound.
That's just another great defensive stop. That's great team defense by Melbourne United. You know, right now, Cairns can't score. They just cannot score.
Golding can score. Putting on a show now. Chris Golding.
Great defense makes better offense. And that's the story of the whole game for Melbourne United. From the beginning, they started playing aggressive defense. They've gotten easy baskets, easy steals, and everybody got going.
I'm not sure the Adelaide 36ers are watching this somewhere in New Zealand.
Like 43,
But they've got the task on Saturday night to come in here and stop this momentum after losing earlier tonight.
And you said it, Corey. Chris Golding really has found his range. He only had 5 3-pointers in his first 3 games. He's got 6 already tonight.
Golding 20 points. Casper Ware 21 points. And Prather, who started all this early on tonight, 14 points. He's left the scoring to a couple of the big guns and just been a facilitator in recent quarters as Glidden from way outside puts up an untidy shot. Casper Ware. Teardrop into the net. What about that?
It's all happening now. Melbourne United really starting to find their mojo. Already looking forward to Saturday night against the Adelaide 36ers.
It was almost at full pace from Casper Ware as well. Scoochie Smith back out there. McCarron from way outside. Magic. Big rebound. They can smell blood right now. Golding pulls down the dribble, puts it up. Not quite. Magic nearly a rebound. Anderson plucks it out. He wants a piece of the action. It's halfway down. Still a United ball though.
They're just lining up now, the United players, just taking their turn on offense, trying to get on that score sheet. Big Dave Anderson.
And that's when it's fun. They're playing fun basketball right now. It looks so good out there. I want to get in the party. I want to have some fun. You know, and that's exactly how they play.
Prather for 2. McCarron the rebound. Glidden. Deshaun Scoochie Smith hasn't had a night to remember. And McCarron fouls Prather.
That's for sure. Scoochie Smith is going to want to forget this night, this evening, because it's all bad for him. Now, if we look at the numbers, backcourt versus the backcourt. One, it's just lopsided. Glidden, 8 points. Smith, 5 points. 13 points combined. 4 for 9 combined from the field. There's no way you are beating a Melbourne United team on the road.
And that's a little bit to do with Bill. I mean, Cairns Taipans, they're an equal opportunity offense. Whereas Melbourne United, they're built on superstars. They've got their big guns out here, and tonight they're firing, which has made it really tough for the Taipans.
Carrera getting some booze. McCarron for the 3. And it's not working for them. 76-54. Melbourne United will be back on the winners list after 3 losses in a row. Prather passed it up. Lost it. Loughton. Carrera. Three in his face for the boost. Rejected by Dave Anderson. Not in my house. Egwood. McCarran. Still the Cairns ball. But we're down to 4 minutes. 54-76.
Edgar Sosa is still number one. You're not getting back to number one that quick, buddy.
Loughton. Quick basket attempt. What about your man here? Scoochie Smith. How's he looking in your top?
He's got to be out. He's completely out the top five.
Takes it to the hole just to show that he hasn't lost it completely.
We need a whole lot more of that to get back in the top five. It's not easy to crack it.
I want to know about your top five. How many bonus points do you get from being from New York to get in that top five?
Nah, not at all. These guys started off good. Only guy that really didn't start off really good was Edgar Sosa.
Prather for the alley-oop, but whistle just before it. Can you get him a home delivery from his favourite restaurant down at, I think he named his favourite restaurant as Jacob's Soul Food down on Malcolm X Boulevard in Harlem. He said he wants the oxtail, the collard greens, the mac and cheese and the yams. Do they deliver?
Listen, that place is amazing. We may need to fly some of that in.
Look out.
There we go. Speaking of flying, Prather.
Great. Another steal. How many steals is Prather? 6 steals. Funny he should have 6 steals because the other small forward in Perth.
Rejected.
Oh my goodness, Casper Ware.
He has dominated Scoochie Smith tonight, Casper Ware.
Let's have a look at that again. That was absolutely disrespectful. Get out of my house, Casper Ware.
I'm going to tell you what happened, and I promise you this is what Casper saw. Derek Rucker in the Cairns post told Scoochie he need to outplay and kill Casper Ware. I'm sure Casper got wind of that.
Special delivery of the Cairns post in the Casper Ware household. Casey Prather. Well, no one gave him any respect. Magic. No one's giving Casper respect.
Yes, please. I'll take 3.
Scoochie takes him on. High up in the corner. He knows where it is. Two of his teammates don't.
Casper Ware destroyed. I want you to hear it because there's no bias in this. New York or not. Casper Ware destroyed Scoochie Smith tonight.
Anderson got Loughton on the floor. Carrera the rebound. And the crowd don't want this to stop. 2 minutes to the left. Carrera, he sees it flicked away by Magic. And the foul will go to the line, and he's hurt his foot. He's had some injury issues as well since being in Australia as Michael Carrera.
And how about this Melbourne United crowd? They are not letting Carrera forget about that as we see Casper Ware from deep from the Ladbroke sign. He must know he's in store for player of the game.
26 points so far for Casper Ware. Listen to this. He shuts him up for a second or two.
He has really upset this crowd here in Melbourne.
We need a good villain every now and then. Big bad wolf coming into town, getting some pantomime boos here at High Sense Arena.
The Venezuelan volcano is the villain, Triple V.
And here's the man I spoke about earlier on tonight, Peter Hurley, getting some court time. Bit of South Australian sporting royalty. Moller, Hurley. And what about that? They bring on Tony Smith-Milner, and he drops one with his first shot. Everybody's finding it tonight to be part of the party for United. look away to higher. He draws the foul.
You know, sometimes when it's your night, it's your night. It's open ball right now. Melbourne United. Whatever they want is there. Top shelf.
Higher to the line. The good part is for Melbourne United, they knew they were under some pressure. They were accountable for their poor performances. They knew it. They understood it. They took it to training and they worked on it. Worked on rectifying it.
Yeah, and I really like how Coach Dean Vickerman went about it. He didn't panic. He didn't really mess with the starters too much. Kept belief in that backcourt of Ware and Golding, just knowing that they're going to have to find a way for those guys to play together if they really are going to be championship contenders.
Smith-Milner slips. It'll be a win for Dave Anderson in his NBL milestone game. 50th NBL game after 19 years playing around the world. Higher with the reverse. Used the rim for protection. Got himself a little consolation prize. 19
years is a very long time to be playing basketball.
It's a good basketball. Moller.
And when we mean play basketball, we're talking about professional basketball. NBA, EuroLeague.
4 Olympic Games. Moller from outside. And there's the man we spoke of, Anderson, helping get the rebound. Hooley for 3. Anderson tried to flick it out. A few seconds left here for the Taipans. Well, he took it to the hole himself. Kawani. He's on the floor to get some minutes. He wanted a bucket, didn't get it. NBL debut against Adelaide earlier this year. Got himself a couple of points in that game. From South Sudan, where he was born, moved to Australia as a 9-year-old. Spent some time here in Melbourne, Keilor, Waverley and St Kevin's. Hurley loses it. Still a United ball. 2 seconds left.
Got to be a great job tonight by the Melbourne United, from the first man in the game to the last man in the game. Much needed victory for the United.
Big Thursday night crowd, and the sleeping giant is awake as Hurley drops the 3 ball to put a bit of icing on it. 87-65, Melbourne United.